Okay, so final stretch here. We've got our dessert problems, and that's a Pizookie from BJ's. I don't know if you've ever had one of those, but oh my gosh, they are amazing. All right, so enough of that. We have our first example here. We see we have bases other than 10 or e in these examples. So anyway, we're going to isolate the expression that contains the variable. And by doing that, we're going to divide both sides by 3. So we get 2 to the 3x over 5 is equal to 9. And then, again, we have our variable locked up in our exponent. We can't get these bases to be the same power of the same number, so we're going to have to convert to logs. So we have log base 2 of 9 is equal to 3x over 5. And once we see that, we know, okay, we've got to go ahead and isolate the variable now. So we have 5/3 times, so we're going to multiply both sides by 5/3. What that does is it cancels the 5s, cancels the 3s, and we get x on the right side, and on the left side we get 5/3 times log base 2 of 9. But that log base 2 of 9 is not in a form that we can actually type that into our calculator. So we're going to go ahead and change the base at the same time. So we have log of 9 over log of 2, and if we type that into our calculator, go ahead and let me pause the video to do that. So I would urge you to type that into your calculator, and hopefully you got 5.283. So x equals 5.283, and so anyway, these are the dessert problems, I guess, because you have to also change the base. You can't just type in the answers as you would on the other problems in the main course. So that's the only difference really here. We're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 8 here, and the numbers get bigger as well. We have the 8's canceling, and then let's just simplify the right side a little bit. Divide top and bottom by 2, and we get 105 over 4. Just, you don't need to do that, but if you could simplify it even more, that would be better, but you just can't. So anyway, we have our expression that contains the variable isolated now. We have our variable locked up in our exponent. We can't convert both sides to the power of the same number, so we have to convert to logs. So we have to get that exponent, we have to get that variable out of the exponent. Converting to logs is the same process again. Log base 2 of 105 over 4 is equal to x over 3, and then you're going to just go ahead and isolate the variable now by multiplying both sides by 3 over 1, or just by 3. And when we do that, on the left side we get 3 times the log base 2 of 105 over 4. But again, we want to change the base so we can type it into our calculator if we need to. So we have log of 105 over 4 over log of 2 is equal to x. And so I'll try that here. So we have 3 times log of 105 over 4, and then we divide that by log of 2. And we get 14.143. 14.143. Just wanted to give you practice making sure that you are comfortable with typing in these log expressions into your calculator. Alright, so again, by now maybe this is becoming a little bit redundant, but and hopefully it is. And hopefully these are problems that you can do now by just pausing the video, do it on your own, see if you get the same answer. So I'm going to not rush through, but I'm going to go through these problems without as much explanation because they are really all the same as the ones that we've been doing. And so if you want more explanation, you can rewind. Dividing both sides by 7, we get 5 to the negative z over 9. It's the first time I've used a different variable besides x. And I'm not going to try to simplify 430 divided by 7 because I'm looking at it, it's not going to divide, and not going to simplify. So then I notice I can convert to logs. Log base 5 of 430 over 7 is equal to negative z over 9. So what we want to recognize here is we're going to get our variable by itself by multiplying both sides by negative 9. When we multiply both sides by negative 9, we get on the left-hand side negative 9 times the log of 430 where's my dog just came up here, my daughter's dog. Log of 430 over 7 over the log of 5. That's equal to x. And yeah, I might as well. Negative 9 times log 430 divided by 7. And then that we divide by log of 5. And we get negative 23.027. Negative 23.027 is equal to x. Okay. And then finally, man, I keep running over the 5-minute mark. Dividing both sides by 200. And we get 3 to the 5x equals 31 over 200. Convert to logs. Log base 3 of 31 over 200 is equal to 5x. And then we divide both sides by 5, or we can multiply by 1/5. So we have log of 31 over 200 over 5, and that's our value for x. That's it.